There's a reason why I love working here.
PS is not just a job, it's like I say, it's a movement.
It's the most unique restaurant I've ever worked.
You donate all your profits to charity. You do so much great work.
I wanted to be a part of it because to me it's family, it's friends.
PS Kitchen, for the first time, it made me really have faith back in people, in humanity, you know.
I feel with PS Kitchen, it's not only the charitable nature of it. We work so certain charities are able to keep functioning.
Good evening, and welcome to PS Kitchen's first virtual event, The Stories of Hope. My name is April Tam Smith, and I'm the co-founder of PS Kitchen. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us this evening for a very special occasion. For those of you who are not very familiar with our mission and how we come about yet, if I might just share with you a little bit of background about who we are and who we're for. PS Kitchen is a tiny restaurant in the middle of Times Square in New York City. If you're on your way to see Hadestown or Hamilton, you might even miss it. What started as a small spark of, I can help in this way, and it slowly gained momentum to become this movement of hope, this idea that yes, in New York City, that justice is real, that people matter, that we really care. What started was actually back in 2015, when I was just coming home from yet another trip from Haiti, and was just sharing with a dear friend of mine about how I was trying to raise money for a well. This good friend, who is now my business partner, kind of jokingly teased me and said, of all your effort, how much do you raise? Why don't we just start a small business that donates 100% of its profit to the charities that you're so passionate about? My idea of living a double life and living passionately was becoming more and more real. Around 2015, I also got to read the book Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson. As I read on about the racial injustice in this world, and as I volunteered as a Defy Ventures mentor, I just kept hearing from these men and women that I was serving, I just want a job. I want to be able to create a business. I want to be able to financially sustain myself. And those were the moments where it really, really ignited the idea in my heart. What if there's a business in New York City that not only donates the profit to support these organizations, to support their clients, but also we can empower this kind of flourishing by employing the clients as well. One quote that has deeply influenced me is the idea that charity is giving someone the crumbs off of your table, but justice is inviting that person onto your table. Which is why I feel so passionate about the idea that we will not just be donating money, even though that is important. We will not even just be creating jobs, although that's extremely important as well. We want to do life. We want to create a community of the PS Kitchen family. We want to invite people onto the table and allow them to see how important they are to this business, that they are significant. We decided to start a restaurant that has multiple layers and can create the max ROI, return on investment, not by the dollar sign and not by the bottom line, but really return on investment in terms of society impact and powerful stories and lives changed. So we decided to call it PS Kitchen, the idea that you might come into this restaurant and just see that it's a beautiful space. PS, we wanted to create a restaurant where the profits will never go to the pockets of the people who founded it or funded it. PS, we want to employ people who might need a second chance, who might need a hand up and not a hand out, like we like to say. And PS, all the foods is 100% plant-based, so that it's better for the environment, for the animals, and we believe it's for the consumers as well. Since we opened in 2017, we've honestly been overwhelmed and so touched by the incredible community in New York City and so many people from near and far. Since then, we've actually gotten a chance to provide jobs for over 60 people who might need a second chance coming up from various programs, a lot of them affiliates for Hope for New York. We've been featured in ABC News, CBS News, and we actually got a chance to have Oprah herself come and grace us with her presence. But then of course, COVID happened. While 2020 is undoubtedly the most challenging year many of us can ever recount. We have also been so loved and encouraged by many of you. Because of your generous support, because of your kindness with your time, and just cheering us on along the way, we have been able to donate over 11,000 meals to frontline workers in New York City and over 5,000 meals to the Bowery Mission, a homeless shelter downtown. Before we continue, I want to share a few words from our community and our staff. When COVID-19 hit New York City, PS Kitchen had to completely shut down.
Our revenue dropped to zero.
We had to furlough all our staff.
And the lights in our restaurant in Times Square went dark.
And for a while, we weren't sure what was going to happen.
But PS Kitchen's employees are the most resilient in the world.
And our customers are the most supportive.
Thanks to all of you, we've been able to hire back some of our staff.
Donated over 11,000 meals to medical workers.
And over 4,000 meals to the Bowery Mission.
Today, the people you've helped have something they want to say to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Tonight, we're here to celebrate and to share stories of hope. You'll be hearing from a few guests who have been dear friends of PS Kitchen, who have cheered us on, empower us, and challenge us at the right time. You'll then hear a powerful testimony from one of our staff, Darian. Through this event, PS Kitchen is also excited to tell you more about our new partnership with Story Coffee. Some of you have even tried it and have ordered it already. As someone who simply dreamt about this a few years ago, I can say with such a genuine heart that if it wasn't for so many of you that are watching this right now, that PS Kitchen would not exist, we would not be celebrating this gala, and we would not be hearing so many of the story that you get to hear tonight. So again, thank you so much for joining us tonight to celebrate with us and for your continued support for PS Kitchen.
You see, there were two types of people that left Rwanda after 1994. There were those who died, and there were those who rose from the dead. We had to, as a people, as a humanity, as a race, come back together. We had to reconcile. This galvanizing movement was brought to life by the women of Rwanda, including the women of Hingakawa. I think about what coffee does for us in the consuming world, in your local cafe, down the street, in your restaurant. It is the centerpiece of our conversation. It's the reason we get together. These women decided to use coffee as a centerpiece. They said, let's come together. Let's call it a sacred space for us to wipe each other's tears, clean each other's scars, see each other again, and let's grow the best coffee in the world.
Guhinga ikawa rero ni ibintu bishimishije, warabikoze ntiwabireka. Icya mbere, ikawa ni igihingwa kitajya kibura umuguzi wakejeje.
These are heroes beyond heroes. People who have not just gotten a second chance, but a second lease on life. The premise of PS Kitchen is about second chances. And that is why I partnered with PS Kitchen.
I think there's something about food and the things that we eat, the things that we drink, the things that we consume that connect all of us. The amount of times I have gotten such exciting feedback and thoughts from our consumers, from our customers, saying how much they love our food. I want the same thing for our coffee. What I've gone to learn from my staff is the grit of the people in this place, it's the perseverance. We want to be able to continue to make an impact by our donation, by our job creation, because we have seen that PS Kitchen can work, because we've seen the impact. We're not ready to give up just because of one pandemic.
Hello,
My name is Arthur Karoletwa, and I am one of the founders of Story Coffee. I am honored to be here with you all tonight from Rwanda to celebrate the partnership between PS Kitchen and Story Coffee. As April mentioned, we are thrilled to be working alongside PS Kitchen to further deepen our impact with the women of Hingakawa Coffee Cooperative and the surrounding community that calls this place home. Our mission at Story is rather simple. We capture and preserve the power of what connects us, our story. That is why we diligently trace the human connection throughout a complex coffee supply chain, sharing stories of the incredible people that bring us together over coffee. See, we believe every movement starts with a story. That is why we are proud to tell the story of the brave 18 women of Hingakawa. See, the restoration of post-genocide Rwanda, my home, started by courageous women all over the country. From the halls of policymakers to the beaten paths of coffee fields, a revival was set ablaze. Though the 18 women of the Hingakawa Cooperative all have a story that describes their dark past, they have chosen to reject it as a similar definition of their holistic identity. However, stories like yours or mine are truly never unlocked until we're ready to tell them. But like every story needs a beginning, so does its author. Unfortunately, not everyone has a beginning. And by beginning, I mean a foundation of existence. In the West, we call that foundation an identity. To have one means you are known, visible, acknowledged, seen, heard. But that is not the reality for millions of farmers. It never was in pre-genocide Rwanda. Therefore, to kill or to be killed is only an atrocity to whom is visible. And because of this, I began to see the value of identity and the role it plays in fostering one's identity and dignity. I dedicated my life to building a traceability platform in the coffee supply chain that is less about the technology and more about connecting, preserving, and unleashing the power of every identity that touches your coffee between the farmer and yourself. People always ask me how knowing the farmer who grew the coffee in their cup matters. And to them I say, it matters because your choice holds the key to their most precious and valuable asset, their identity. And armored with that, they can do things that you and I do every day without thinking about it. Like open a bank account, lease a home, get a job, be acknowledged, be seen, heard, be dignified. See, traceability is not about technology. It should never be. It should be about empowering you to enrich others. This is what makes the partnership with PS Kitchen so important and so special. See, PS Kitchen begins with a simple yet profoundly powerful gesture of seeing and acknowledging everyone. You see, not one of us moves on from our story. We all move with our stories and wherever our life's journey takes us. PS Kitchen sees everyone's story as an integral part of who they are, and then they give them a new story, a new chapter. When you purchase Story Coffee, you will experience a cataclysmic chain of events of change. And downstream, your traceability platform will tell you an authentic economic, social, and environmental story that is sure to start a movement of positive change. Thank you for having me this evening. Have a great one, and thank you for your support.
Hello, April. It's amazing to see you every time. This time, I hear about the newest initiative. You surprised me the first time when you took me to your restaurant, PS Kitchen. You didn't tell me much, but during the dinner time, you explained the whole story, how it happened, our visit to Haiti, an idea that came to you. and you created this PS Kitchen. And you took this idea, created a social business venture, and the real venture right in New York City. And nobody can deny the beauty of the whole concept. Now today, after pandemic, when the restaurant was not doing well, you came up with another idea, creating PS Kitchen Coffee. And not just PS Kitchen Coffee, you do it in collaboration with the war victim of Rwanda, victims of war atrocities done to the women, those who now organize themselves to produce coffee and sell coffee. You want to buy the coffee from them, help them to be on their feet and feel tall with dignity, and you create a PS Kitchen coffee so that you can provide this coffee online to people. And that is a wonderful idea. Again, you brought the whole idea to a second level, another higher level. And I congratulate you for that. And I also congratulate you for another thing, that you are collaborating with Restore New York City. That's a wonderful organization, focusing on giving life to the victims of trafficking. And I've been talking about human trafficking, and I've been working with the Commission on Human Trafficking as a co-chairman of the commission. Now you take this idea of the trafficking and connect yourself with the Restore New York City and give them the opportunity to be associated with PS Kitchen Coffee. So this is a wonderful combination of things that you have been doing. And I congratulate you for all these creative ideas, fantastic ideas. And the whole world would be applauding you. I applaud you along with everybody else. And congratulations for all the things you have done. Help us do the right thing, as you always help us. I wish you all success. Congratulations again.
Good evening. My name is Amanda Eckhart, and I'm the Executive Director to Restore NYC. We are a nonprofit based here in New York City with the mission to make freedom real for survivors of trafficking. We have had the fortunate benefit of partnering with PS Kitchen from its earliest days, and the impact of PS Kitchen on Restore has been incredible. We have a similar journey. Our business models involve journeying alongside individuals with vulnerabilities to exploitation in the workplace and offering opportunities for career advancement. PS Kitchen is incredibly unique because it's a place where people come first. It's a true social business. One of the employees at PS Kitchen, I asked of her, what is distinct? What is special? What has your experience been like? And she said of a female leader at PS Kitchen, she's not just my boss. She is someone who cares about me intimately, personally, cares about my career journey, and not just at present, but for the future as well. At Restore, we say that human trafficking takes place within an exploitative economy, while PS Kitchen is promoting real opportunities for safe work. And not just safe work, but opportunities for growth in one's career trajectory. PS Kitchen's vision is to scale and expand its impact. And this is a vision that Restore wholeheartedly stands alongside. It is an honor to be with you this evening as we celebrate the great accomplishments of PS Kitchen and support their commitments to a future here in New York City and beyond.
Hi everyone, I'm Yvette Gonzalez Nacer, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of this gala for PS Kitchen. I'm an actress, singer-songwriter, and producer. I played Vanessa in the first national Broadway tour of In the Heights. I was Kiki on Nickelodeon's The Fresh Beat Band, Cha-Cha on Fox's Grease Live, and I most recently played Fate in Hadestown on Broadway. I am so thankful to be here with you all this evening, to hear the stories of hope from the PS community, and to share my thanks for all the ways many of you have helped PS exist and give back to New York City. What I love the most about PS Kitchen, aside from their barbecue vegan burgers with truffle fries, is how incredible it is that 100% of the profits are donated for charitable work, and that they're able to create jobs for those marginalized in New York. Their mission is so important and so unique, in my opinion, because whether it's their clients, their employees, society, or the earth, the PS team doesn't miss an opportunity to give back. I am so grateful for the work they do and for inspiring me in my own journey. I'd like to sing a song for you all tonight from the movie The Greatest Showman. It's called This Is Me. I hope you enjoy it.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
The Bowery Mission was founded in the 1870s and has a long legacy of service to New Yorkers experiencing homelessness and hunger. At the Bowery Mission, we've always stood with New Yorkers through various disasters, whether that's Hurricane Sandy, 9/11, or even the 1918 flu pandemic. And as you can imagine, COVID has impacted our guests and clients tremendously. When COVID hit, we were already in the midst of a raging homelessness crisis. Millions of New Yorkers on the edge, one crisis away from becoming homeless. With 1 in every 5 New Yorkers living in poverty, now, because of COVID, 1 in 7 have lost their jobs, and an estimated 50,000 people are at risk of eviction. At the Bowery Mission, we've continued to serve life-sustaining meals, provided overnight shelter and residential care, emergency hygiene care, and virtual support for children and families. We often say that it all begins with a meal because that's how many of our guests come to know the programs that we offer, through a meal. And we've seen a huge need these past months. Often with the line wrapping all the way around the block, we've had many people come to us for food for the very first time. The meals that PS Kitchen has been providing to the Bowery Mission these past months have not just been absolutely delicious. Ask anyone who knows me what my favorite restaurant in Midtown is. They'll say PS Kitchen. But they've been sustaining. They've helped sustain our organization during a time when our food supply has been significantly impacted by COVID, and it has sustained our guests. I know that tonight is about stories of hope, so I wanted to share a story with you all. One of our guests, Shengo, was working in retail before the pandemic hit. When his store had to close, he was laid off. In his own words, he shares, "The Bowery Mission is making sure we're fed and have showers and clean beds. But what I really needed most from the Bowery Mission is the hope and faith that they give. The faith that I can move forward and get back into society where I can get a better job and a decent apartment again. You're doing a wonderful job for those who want to move forward in their lives and be better. You give me the power to move forward." What strikes me about this is that in the midst of what was probably one of the most challenging personal crises that Shengo has ever experienced, he still had hope. So when PS Kitchen provides meals, it's not simply good food. It's actually providing an opportunity to give lasting hope. So thank you.
I'm Darian Alls. I'm a porter / volunteer coordinator for PS Kitchen here in Times Square. After graduating high school, I took a stab at college down to NC State. That didn't work out, so I came back to Jersey and was working in a sports bar delivering pizzas at the time. After that, we started like a label in Newark called Zoo Crew Entertainment at the time. I dove all the way into that. We was doing a lot of stuff in the entertainment field with parties and getting celebrities on their way with after shows back in the 90s and stuff like that. So, well, I originally was incarcerated for possession of firearm and narcotics. I did a 10-year straight stretch for that. I knew eventually the life I was leading was going to end up, some consequences was coming. You know, you have to own up to everything in life, so you knew it was coming. Well, the first time I met April Tam, we was at a coaching event for the 5 Inches. This is an entrepreneur program that helps you transform your hustle and yourself into the entrepreneur field or the workforce. It just helps you transform and peel away the layers of the stigma of being incarcerated. I actually met her almost under a year before I got out. And then they had the last event, I was getting out the next month. I got out on October 28th of 2019. Went to Cooper Square, grabbed Professor Nasser's phone, called here and was hired in 4 hours. And now I'm an employee / volunteer for the movement of PS Kitchen. It's kind of bigger than just a restaurant. One of the main fears was peeling off, where am I gonna go to peel off the stigma of 10 years. Usually you can put 10 years into doing some damage. It sometimes take 10 years to clear the damage up. And then, you know, I feel my mother. But yeah, that was one of the fears. But we living in times now with a lot of motivative stuff for bettering yourself. We're taught to attack and solve solutions and problems. No cover-ups, no nothing. We attack it with full accountability. To be an employee at PS, I knew that was the first step to peeling away my layer because this is a place of interaction. I get to interact at the same time, peel away the stigma because interaction is gonna help me be more conducive in society with people. Every employee here is so give backish. I've never seen nothing like this. Everybody that's working this kitchen, they all have a story, but everybody come here with a certain energy, whatever kind of negative stuff we may have in our own personal life, they left it. This place don't allow it. For some reason, it don't magnify that kind of energy. So this is a breath of fresh air to see people like that under these, just to be like that. PS Kitchen, for the first time, it made me really have faith back in people, in humanity.
It is my pleasure to say how deeply impressed I am by the efforts of April, Naren, and the amazing founding team of PS Kitchen to help realize the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. These global goals are very special. They are special because they are a shared vision of what we want to achieve as a global community. The 17 goals and their 169 targets are ambitious, but pursuing them is vital, because the resources of our planet are limited, and because as long as groups of people are left behind, discriminated against, or excluded from progress, our development is not sustainable. So it's all about walking the talk, and that's where PS Kitchen and the wonderful team behind it come into the picture. In 2015, at the UN headquarters on the eastern side of Manhattan, representatives of 193 countries, thousands of civil society groups, private companies, and many others were coming to the end of several years of difficult negotiations to agree the Sustainable Development Goals and their targets. At the same time, April and her team were already investing their resources, their energy, and their passion into this ambitious social business that we now know as PS Kitchen. The aim is to combine healthy food with social integration and decent jobs, and reinvest any profit achieved into fighting poverty well beyond the borders of New York and the USA. Success was far from guaranteed. Manhattan is not exactly an easy environment to build a social business, but they didn't give up. The Sustainable Development Goals are a vision and a beacon for us all. At a time when even rich and powerful countries are unwilling to make the necessary sacrifice to ensure that we can pass a healthy planet on to our children and grandchildren, it is so inspiring to see how courageous individuals and teams such as PS Kitchen lead the way.
Good evening. My name is Cynthia Pedersen, co-founder and CEO of Share Hope, a social business working in and with the garment industry of Haiti. Share Hope and PS Kitchen began an interesting journey together in 2014 as April and her husband Graham visited Haiti on the second week of their honeymoon, a country that April had been drawn to and visited numerous times for a decade. When they saw our business model, it was a confirmation to April that if she could develop a business, then the profits of that business could be contributed to funding all of the numerous causes that she felt passionate about. April was thinking sustainability, maximum impact, and best return on investment. So thus, the journey of PS Kitchen began. A vegan restaurant in Manhattan that donated all of its profits. I already drank the Kool-Aid, so it made perfect sense to me. The road to 2017, though, was not an easy one. It involved setbacks, frustrations, and a lot of tears. The one thing, however, that it never lacked was motivation, vision, determination, and drive. Behind the millennial-friendly decor, the fantastic food, the attention to detail, the engaging staff, is a vision, a mission to make the world a better, fairer place for all of us. You can see the social justice DNA everywhere. Let's eat healthier food, vegan lifestyle. Let's do no harm, our planet, our employees. Let's see how we can give those desperately needing employment, jobs that others would deny. Let's give them a second chance. PS Kitchen partners with Justice Rising, helping to bring education to children in the Democratic Republic of Congo, one of the most conflict-torn areas of the world. They partner with Restore, an organization helping to end sex trafficking in the city of New York. With Defy Ventures, an organization helping the population of incarcerated and previously incarcerated develop entrepreneurial tools. And with Share Hope in Haiti. What began as an idea that few understood has become a beacon of light shining in what is the most electrified city in the world. COVID did what little could do. It put the lights out on Broadway. During these difficult times, PS made a pivot in its operating model and reached out to provide healthy, nutritious meals to first responders. PS Kitchen was able to make and deliver 11,000 meals to those whom we will forever be grateful, the first responders in hospitals around New York City. Once that immediate crisis lessened, PS Kitchen partnered with organizations addressing the growing number of people experiencing homelessness, like the Bowery Mission, to whom they gave 5,000 meals. Tonight, we celebrate PS Kitchen, its amazing team, and its amazing staff. PS Kitchen never waited to see if they could make an impact. PS Kitchen pressed on knowing that they would make an impact. Let's partner with them as they become the standard bearers for what businesses committed to justice can look like. Right now, we're going to hear a performance, and during this time, there are 3 tangible ways that you can support PS Kitchen. Number 1, you can buy the new PS coffee directly from the website. It's terrific. I've been drinking it for about a week now. You can purchase a gift card from PS Kitchen. Give it to a friend. There's so many people who are feeling shut in right now. PS Kitchen delivers. And you can donate directly to PS Kitchen through the link provided. By so doing, you'll be supporting the staff as well as helping PS Kitchen continue their amazing COVID relief work. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ari Afsar, and I am so excited to be here with you tonight, virtually, joining in the PS Kitchen Stories of Hope Gala. My name is Ari Afsar. I am a singer, songwriter, and storyteller. Originated the Chicago production of Hamilton as Eliza, and most recently am the composer of Jeanette, a musical about the first female identifying Congress member to be elected into U.S. federal office 4 years before the ratification of the 19th Amendment, giving white women the right to vote. For the past 3 or 4 years, I have been such a huge fan of PS Kitchen, and specifically April Tam-Smith, for her generous heart, her vulnerability of leadership, and her open and willingness to create community. PS Kitchen's food is amazing and sustainable and vegan. You can never go wrong with the PS burger and truffle fries, I guarantee you. And for the fact that 100% of the proceeds go to charities across the globe in which they partner with, and for the fact that they are creating opportunities and jobs for individuals and communities that do not have equal representation and equal opportunity for employment. It is an honor I like to call myself an ambassador of PS Kitchen, because I am always telling every single person in New York City to have their nightly meal before they see a Broadway show at PS Kitchen, not only for the amazing food, not only for the incredible social impact, but for the community that April Tam-Smith has created, for the welcoming atmosphere that they have created over at PS Kitchen. This song I'm going to be performing for you tonight is from the musical that I was telling you about called Jeanette, and this song is called We Won't Sleep. We've been trying, woman and child, could make it easy, could live in denial. We saw the world end, but it keeps spinning. Whether we're losing, whether we're winning,
Been staying up late, 'cause we know the stakes of losing the light. We won't sleep, they'll try to get us, but we gon' reach out for love. We won't sleep, no, not till it's over, even with the blurry eyes. Baby, we won't compromise. I dreamed in color when I was younger, painted a picture, one hand in the other. Now I see shadows outside my window, but I won't close them, no, not when we know that they start to fade while we're wide awake and feeling alive. Been staying up late, 'cause we know the stakes of love in the light. We won't sleep, they'll try to get us, but we gon' reach out for love. We won't sleep, no, not till it's over, even with the blurry eyes. Baby, we won't compromise. Talking for the pride, say we got no time, though the feeling's gonna rise. It's not too late to realize we can be the first, not be fooled by words. Still we gotta learn how to wake up and change the world. We won't sleep, they'll try to get us, but we gon' reach out for love. We won't sleep, no, not till it's over, even with the blurry eyes. Baby, we won't compromise. We won't sleep, no, no, even with the blurry eyes. We won't sleep, they'll try to get us, but we gon' reach out for love. We won't sleep, no, not till it's over, even with the blurry eyes. Baby, we won't compromise.
Thank you so much for your generosity. Your support will continue to help PS Kitchen make a difference in our city, our country, and beyond. Our world turned upside down in 2020, but we will meet again. The entire team here at PS Kitchen will be waiting for you. Thank you, and good night.